Welcome to Look Around Florida. We're live, we're here, and whatever you want to call us, just don't call us late for dinner. Let me get a couple of things out of the way. This way, hey, Bobby, good to see you, sir. Get this out of the way. This is our disclaimer, so I don't get a phone call later from our division commander or up the food chain and go, "Why did you say that?" Hey, Keith, good to see you, sir. Yeah, that way I don't get a phone call going, "Boy, did you screw up." That's why we do the disclaimer. So, one thing I do want to announce, I've talked to Roy Hudson. I got him scheduled. I've talked to GCB, George Conabon. That's Roy Hudson and George Conabon are both running for Army Division. Not Division, Army of Tennessee councilman. Both heard from both of them. Roy is scheduled. I'm waiting to hear back from GCB. Waiting to hear back from Carl Jones. Tom Wood, that's running for Army Commander, he is scheduled to come on the show. So I'm just waiting to hear back from GCB and Carl Jones at this point. Uh, I did hear back, and I got to get them scheduled. Is the gentleman out of Virginia that is running for Lieutenant CIC. Uh, I haven't really sat down and talked with him. He seems like he's a cool guy, so I definitely want to hear what he has to say. So, just about everybody that's running for an Army position and national position, thanks, Roy, Tony. I've heard back. Two of them I got scheduled. The other three, I got to get them scheduled. So, people are lining up. If you're running, as we know here in the Florida division, this is an election year. If you're running for a position, you would like some time to come on the show and talk about the position you're running for. This way, our members in the Florida division know who you are. So, yeah, this way you get to introduce yourself, talk about your platform, what you have in mind prior to division reunion. So, with that, get your registration in for the division reunion. It's on our website if you want to go to our division reunion. OCR members, I know Annette Lindsay said she's putting something together to be sent out to all the chapters. Uh, so your chapter president and vice president should be getting that info soon if they don't already have it. So that's for the Florida Division OCR meeting up in Trenton this year. SCV Florida Division SCV reunion is in Trenton this year. Both good times. If you really want to know the inner workings of the Florida Division, this is where you need to go. You get to meet me live in person. We got Bob Foley in the background right now. He's our Florida Division webmaster. We'll be bringing him up shortly. So get your registrations in for national and division. Love to see as many people from Florida there as possible. So with that being said, please give a warm welcome to Bob Foley. Hey, Bob, how you doing
Hey,
tonight, sir?
good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are
Yeah,
would be most appropriate. either early or late.
Yeah, it all depends on how you look at it.
Yes, sirree.
So what's your camp been up to lately, Bob?
Oh, trying to stay together, to be honest with you, but we're succeeding and all that. I am excited about something we have. I've been working on probably for the last 6 months, and along with one of our camp members, and we identified a local cemetery where we have some compatriots that are interred and had no markers and no
Wow.
stones, and so with that local cemetery, we had to jump through some hoops because it is owned and operated by the city of Ocoee, in fact. And I'm very happy to say that I've got all the applications completed, ready to submit to the VA with the city of Ocoee's approval, and it's signed by the city manager or the city clerk. I'm not sure which one, and we're getting ready to rock and roll on that. So hopefully we'll have about 8 of them coming in sometime
Wow.
this spring that we're going to put them together. And the good part about it, we have had exterior funding for it, so
Wow.
I'm very happy about that. And we had we're small, so we didn't have much of a Lee Jackson service, but we did have one here last weekend, and a number of us were there. And I got the opportunity to do a first run through a presentation that I want to do, and learned a lot from it. To their regret, I think. But that's about what we've been up to.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm happy for you guys. For those 8 yeah, for those 8 unmarked graves. Getting the stuff together to get them headstones. That's cool, Bob.
Yeah, we did have. We thought that we were going to do a Union soldier that we thought was there, but I did a pretty extensive research on the man that was interred there and determined that it was not the one we thought it originally thought he was. In fact, I found the one we thought he was, and he was killed up in the Marietta area and is interred up there. So can't do that one,
Right?
but we're moving on it.
Cool. Well, Bob, Linda Hitson says hello.
And I say hi.
Yeah, in the chat right now. If you join the chat, make sure you say hi and where you're from. We got Bobby Van Zandt from St. Pete in the camp. We got Keith from Camp 1209 in the chat. Ronnie Nichols from 1209. Linda and Roy Hudson. And Beth Binfield from down in my area. Up, we got Jeff O'Connor checking in from wherever he's at. Alrighty. So, Bob, I know you've been busy on the website. What kind of stuff you've been up to on the website?
Well, first of all, if anybody has done any of these things at all, regardless of their size, um, they're a work in progress. So there's a small change, a big change, or whatever. One of the things that I absolutely detest when I go on others' websites is the fact they don't change the content, um, and it gets outdated and it's not changed and it's misleading. Even local news, whatever, they do the same thing. It drives me insane to see that. But I made a decision sometime last fall because of some things that you have to do in the background to keep these things secure. I wanted to go away from what we had and do something else, and I wanted to change the look and everything. So I did do a complete, for the most part, a complete redesign using some new application software. So what you see on the website today is what is a product of that effort back in the fall. And I didn't get a chance, Sean was aware, to bring it forward uh, in a much earlier fashion, but it's there. It's there. Um, I changed, as I said, I changed out the platform. It's more secure, and best part about it, I don't have to manually update it. It updates itself with the releases that have come out on these things. So I like that. I think it's real important that you mentioned about the reunion coming up on that front page of that website. There's a link. It's right there. You just got to drill down a little bit. It's right there for both the division and the national reunion this year.
Wow.
So if you click on the link, it's there. It'll take you to the registration pages for each and the info. Now there's no online payment process for the division. I'm not sure about the national, but none for the division. You have to submit that registration, um, but you need to go there. It's also got the standard rules for it, and as you mentioned, there's a couple of other things that are going on up at Trenton this year. We've got a charter rules changes, and that can be found on the website under the members area. So you got to go see what those amendments are. And each camp gets votes on these. So it's super important that a camp has representation.
Right.
Um, I'm looking at my notes here to see what I wanted to do. Like you mentioned out, it is officer election years this way. Everything from brigade commanders up are up for reelection. Uh, Jerry Peacock is running it. He has made several attempts to contact, and I'm not sure which ones they are, contact some brigade commanders and has had no response.
Wow.
So if we got anybody out there who is a brigade commander who has not been contacted by
Uh,
Jerry, they need to get in touch with him. Um, I'm sure what we'll do, like we did in the past, is that once the candidates are selected and ready to go, we will put their profiles up on the website. So you'll have that information in front of you before you go up there to vote. So, guys out there, you want to run, look at it, see what you want to do, let's go for it. Pardon me. We got a part on our website it's not new. It's just presented a little bit different, looks a little different, and that's our speakers bureau. It is underutilized. Camps, that's a great tool for you to go to bring all kinds of information into your camp from speakers all over the division. Some are not even SCV members. They're friends and
yep.
they will come. And their contact information is there. So if they got a topic that you're interested in, by all means, go there and contact them and get yourself set up with them. Um, the other area that didn't quite change, but it is the blockade runner. If you've not been on it, go to the blockade runner part under the members area and click on it, and there is a flip book there. You can actually, it's like reading a book online. You even hear the page switch as you're reading it.
Ooh.
So, um, as I said, that's not quite new, but it's there. If you're not aware, also, or you should be, memberships can be paid online. Division memberships can be paid online, either by the camp or by individual, and there are instructions in there how to do it. So that's found under the members area. Most everything's under the members area that have to pertain to the governance and the operation of the division. Um, Let me digress a moment and back to the Speakers Bureau. If you yourself would like to do a presentation, contact 10th Brigade Commander L. Massey. He needs to coordinate it, but once he tells me to put you on there, I'll put you on there. Um, as always, various division forms can be found. And here's one that's dear to my heart. Uh, I built a compatriot memorial wall a good while back, and I had to go through old Confederate veteran issues to try to find those in Florida who have crossed the river before then. I've still got a bunch of old magazines that I got to go through. I haven't finished that part, but I think you're supposed to do two things if we lose a compatriot: is to notify division and um, the national about that with the last call application, which can be found. Um, I get the information then, as does our division chaplain, and we can memorialize them, remember them. That's a place to remember them. And if you know of anyone that's not on there in your camp, let us know. Appreciate that. I just need to know the name, the camp, and the year of crossing. So, what else do I have? Oh, that's about it. That's a
Uh,
mouthful.
yeah, you got the Hunley Award on there now.
I have the Hundley Award. That's been on for a while, but it is there. Maybe
Mhm.
changed a little bit. Different metal, different looks, but it can be reached.
Yeah, you got
Use the
a.
website. I don't measure. I could put some measurement tools in there to measure how much it's used. I do a command division commander's request at certain times, but that's on a. I go into the server. I don't put a little counter on the website or anything because it's, to me that's distracting. But
Yep.
there's a lot of. I guess the point I'm saying is that I don't want to see this work that we put together from a not being utilized.
Correct.
You know.
Welcome, Commander in Chief Bo Sears.
Yeah, welcome.
You're correct, sir. Yeah, you definitely got to notify HQ when the member passes.
Yes, sir. And compatriot Kim or division chaplain Kim Koff, I can't pronounce it. Hofkeffer,
It's Hoffecker.
Hoffacker. Okay, that's my southern tongue getting away of my eye tooth and can't see what I'm saying.
That's all
Yes,
right.
sir. He's very good about it. So let's honor our comrades.
Yeah, because this past weekend I went to a funeral for a fallen member that happened about a week, 2 weeks ago. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah, it was in the neighboring camp that my camp does a lot of work with up there in Arcadia.
Hmm.
So it's one of the Arcadia camp members had passed away. So the family,
Well,
from what I gathered, the family was very appreciated that quite a bit of us showed up.
it's always appreciated, very much so. I've had the pleasure of, or displeasure, I'm not sure what the word is. It's a sad occasion to do it,
Hmm.
but it's an honor to be invited to one, to be invited to participate.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, like for me, I know a lot of people in the chat's been asking about this. After discussion with the rest of my family, we are going to have the ceremony on March 2nd for my father.
And
I
work,
just,
was he a member or was he a comrade too?
no, sir. I've been trying to get him to join the day I joined over 20 years ago.
Oh, no, that's all right. Is that going to be down there in Southwest Florida or where's it at?
It's going to be down in Naples, Florida. So I am working with my pastor at Golden Gate Assembly of God, scheduling a time and for him to give me some guidance and options and stuff we could do during the ceremony.
Okay.
So you're correct, Roy. I don't know, Bob saw your comment or not.
I did not.
There you go,
Oh,
Bob.
it's my pleasure.
And you're correct, Commander.
Absolutely.
Linda Hudson said Bob should get with you this week about some updates for their website.
Okay. Yeah, that's something that, which I did fail to mention there. You mentioned about the OCR.
Yeah.
Yes, they meet concurrently with us at Trenton. They're in
Hmm.
a separate building across the street. Um, However, I do the OCR website as
Ooh.
well, and I have put up a registration form for the members of the OCR to download and fill in and send it to Annette.
Oh, thank you for
So
thank you, Bob.
surely,
And I know we got a few OCR members in the chat tonight, so that's cool. That's good info. Now, Bob, I know. Here's a question: if a camp doesn't have a website, can they contact you about creating a page for them?
oh, absolutely. Now, um, always got choices of what they want to do. However, since I've started this and been involved in it, the division has provided the ability for a camp to utilize our division servers, which we're hosted, but we still have plenty of room in there, um, to have a website just as much as um, the Jacob, not the Jacob Summerlin camp. They're different, but a number of other camps. I have I think 9 or 10 other camps in the division that are hosted on our web servers. And yes, indeed,
Yeah, because I know.
the only thing is I allow them to tell me what they want to do, but because of issues, I'm the one, or the webmaster, whoever it might be, has to do the actual work on the website to put it into the server and from security purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, no, you can ask Linda. We do their camp. I do their camp. She tells me, in fact, I let her do some things. She tells me what to do, and we do it. We put it on.
Cool. Yeah, because I know you created a recruitment email address for my camp.
Yes. Well,
Now,
that's the other thing too. The camp can have each camp, if they're on our server, they can get email addresses to conduct SCV business, official SCV business on it, if they wish, and that's provided at no cost to the camp.
mhm. Now, if that camp officer needs to access that email address, does that email address connect? Is it if somebody emails that email address that you create through the server, does that get redirected to their personal one or?
Well, it goes two places. It can be, if they wish, um, or you can actually use a webmail service, which you can go into it using a webmail, same passwords and everything,
Yeah.
because the mailboxes are password protected. So you've got that capability as well. You can also, if you've got your client that's on your device that you're using, you can create an account there, use the login and the setup information that is provided to you, and it comes in on your client email, like Outlook or whatever you're using for an email client.
Right.
And the good part about that, uh, the advantage to that over the server, or excuse me, over the using the forwarding, the email forwarding. The good part, if you want to respond to it with that camp email address, you can do that from your client email. And you can also do it from the webmail. What you can't do is from your personal email. Because if you respond to it from your personal email, it's going to send to you as a sender your personal email. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Okay. And it's always stored. So I on our web server. So it's always there. So if you've got an important one, I lost it, I whacked it out or whatever, it can be retrieved.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And then and then it depends on, it should be, like I said, pure SCV business to be used there because you don't want to put personal stuff on there. Because the next camp commander, for example, is going to have a problem. He comes in and sees some personal communications from the previous commander because you're going to have the same email address, division
Right.
email address. Pardon me.
Yeah, because I noticed on the website you got the donate button under Flags Across Florida.
It should not be.
Should not
Oh,
be.
it may be. I'll tell you what it is. It's just, it's, it's, it's a separate tab. It's not under it. It just looks like if you, it's not a drop down. Let's put it that way.
Correct. Yeah, you have to click on Flags Across Florida page, and it's right there. Donate to Flags Across Florida.
Oh, that's for Pledge Across Florida. That's a separate button.
Yep.
That's specifically for the Flags Across Florida. The main reason that's for is because Mark created a different account for that.
Cool. Yeah, I see the yeah, I see the compatriot wall you've been working on. So you okay, Bob?
Yeah, I am. I've got my PC behind me here, and I'm bringing up the website just to see what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
All right. So if you got a question, I can go to it. I'll kind of drift around the corner here,
That's okay, Bob. As long as
but and you can't see it because it's down below the screen here, below the camera.
yeah. Well, what I could do, Bob, kind of help you out a little bit.
Sure, if you want, can you bridge it up?
Yes, sir. I could.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Windows.
Yeah, I kind of like that, so we can demonstrate a few things if you don't mind.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, if you click on that particular button right there, that goes to, it actually goes off another site. It goes to another site, and that's the company that Marcus uses for collecting funds, membership or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can look there, and you can donate what you want, and that's pure for Flags Across Florida.
Cool.
And then if you go back to the main menu, you go at the top, not from that page, but up there at the top, and you see donations. If you click on that, it's general fund, or you can specify a project from there. So that's another way of getting in there.
There you go.
Right?
That's cool, Bob. And you got
Other links takes you out. There's goes to national, goes to the UDC. I don't know. I think I had UDC site up there. No, I don't think I do.
no, I don't
Probably
see it
should.
in. Yeah, I don't see it in the list.
I probably could. I just haven't done it. That's the click, and that's our Facebook group.
Or yeah, our public page.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year I'm bringing my camp flag. I I haven't been to a national reunion in so long. I didn't know what to expect when we were up in Arkansas this year. So
I haven't been through in a while. I do it routinely too, probably once every 6 months. Is go through and make sure I don't have any broken links. Um,
right, does that
it,
does broken links happen often?
more often than you like because things change. That's our OCR website, the one that I've got for them that I've done.
Cool. There's what you were talking about, Bob, about the
Yes, sir.
2024 reunion.
Yes, sir. Click on that. I'll show the registration. It comes right up.
There you go, ladies. If you were asking or wondering, there you go. Bob
Yep.
has it on the OCR website.
And you click on that registration form down at the bottom, and there it be.
Cool.
And from your, if it's online or your PDF reader, whatever it might be, you can print it and fill it out.
Hmm.
They don't have an online function either, so
Ha-
that's okay.
yeah, because with this year's national reunion, their registration's online. Uh, is there a possible or a thought about doing that in the future on our division page?
That's a question that needs to be answered by someone above my pay grade. It can be done very easily. Well, it can be done. It just depends on how they want to collect the funds and how they want to manage it. So, um, Calvin or somebody, if he gets whoever the new, if any new ones come in, they're the ones that have to make a decision. Tell me, we can do it. It can be done.
Oh, okay. So
It's
that
not.
would so that would be a question probably be best to ask at the reunion then, right?
Yes, sir, or direct now.
Oh yeah. Well, Calvin comes on pretty. Him and Rick comes on the show pretty regularly.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. It's entirely up to them what they want to do.
yeah,
Um, since they're managing it, they know what they want to do with it. But as I said, I can do it.
cool. Is there any plans on it, future stuff with the website?
I'm always looking. I can't say it. Do I have one specific or two a specific thing in mind? No, that's not the way my mind works.
Right. Yeah. Your mind might be like mine. Things pop up, and I start looking into it. You know.
Yes, sir. That's exactly it. And if I think it might need, like to do something else, and I guess it's just something that might trigger it. I'm not sure. I do
Yeah.
go out and look at other division or websites, um, and see what they're doing and see if that makes any sense to me. If you don't mind, bring up joining the SCV,
Yeah. Not a problem, Bob.
and
Uh,
if you come down, it talks about us, of course, and keep on going downward. And there's a couple things there. There's till you got to have proof of descendancy and prepare an application. If you click on any of those, they'll take you to the form, membership form, or just a family tree chart right there. And what's that? That doesn't look right.
That's what come up. If a member in good standings, it didn't come up with the chart.
That's interesting. All right, thank you. Something I need to look at.
Oh, Bob, I don't know if
That
you
was the
saw
national.
this one. This is for yeah,
Okay, you're on the national
this is from
website.
our commander in chief. Yeah, that's what it sent me. I clicked
Yeah.
on that link you said and it sent me to the national. Our commander in chief said that should be submitted for the best website award.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, proof of descendancy chart, and it sent me to the national
Oh, it probably would.
website, but yeah, but there's no chart.
Huh. Okay, I will look at that. There's a link exchange
Well,
is
that's good we're
what it
talking
is.
about it.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. Like I said, there's always something that
Yeah.
comes up. Would you come on down
That,
further if you don't mind?
yeah.
And here's the thing that I like about this, and I've done this before. The fee schedule is over on the right, um, which reminds me, I need to go into the members area and put in the national proration rule now that I've got it in writing, and so I know what to do in there. But
Hmm.
click on the search if you don't mind.
Under locate camp.
Yes, sir. And if you drill down, there's a it's a search location. So if you put in your city that you're at, it should bring you with a couple of camps around. There you go. And that tells you that you got camps within that circle that's fairly close to you. It should be two of your camps there. I don't see
Three.
the.
Yeah, the Arcadia camp,
And
my camp, and the Fort Myers camp.
yes, sir. There you are. And you look over on the right, there's a listing of them all.
Hmm.
And of course, if you click on them, it'll take you to the camp information. And if there's a link in there for a contact email or whatever, or a website, it'll take you there to their website.
Cool.
And since we've been doing this, we're getting, I'm going to say, and I can't tell you exact number, but 2 to 3 a month of somebody interested in the camp or interested in joining. So I'm happy that it's being folks out there looking at it and using it. And
Hmm.
more important, we might get the new member for it, from it. And then if you, down at the very bottom, there's not there, but on the front page there that you went to the previous pages, there's a form down there to send, and that goes to Rick. And he's assured me that he's getting them, and not there, but in the previous page. There, drill down further. There's a form, contact form,
Okay.
and if that's sent, it goes to a mailbox on the division, and then forwarded. Rick gets it, and he assures me that he's getting them and he is acting on them. So
Cool.
most of them, I don't know sure what's going on. I've had for my for my camp, I've had a couple that I responded to directly
Right.
and picked up. I picked up one out of the two that called, and
Yeah,
because we meet on the day that he can't come, I can't get the other guy.
yeah, because I had another SCV member in the Tennessee division hit me up about a member that's relocating this area, and as soon as I found out what area he was locating in, I contacted that camp's leadership.
That's good. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yep. See, that's what this show's about. Trying to get you guys the information
Yes,
to,
absolutely.
you know, a lot of times I get contacted, just because of this podcast.
I'm
And I
sure of it.
and I do my best try to get in touch with either the brigade commander or the camp commander.
Even the adjutant, if you get hold of the adjutant, that's absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah, because for me, I'm the brigade commander and I'm my camp's adjutant.
I think, like most of us, we handle dual roles.
Yeah, I have another role too, but that's the division. Yeah, Florida Division Heritage Promotion Officer. Calvin just gave me that one not too long ago.
That's why we need to have more people come to the reunion, and so you're known, and Calvin's got somebody new to do some of this work, right?
Got to pass the hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I call it share the wealth.
Either or. Anything? Any, anything else you want to talk about
Yeah,
on the
kind of
website?
go into the division members area, please.
Yeah, I
And
got it up. Which one you want me to go to?
well, I'm saying, if you go, that looks the same. That's really an organizational chart. Got some pretty pictures in there, you guys. Um,
We got to get a picture of Mark for you.
he wants to remain incognito.
Okay.
But as you can see, there's some of them there. Um, the brigade commander's up because you're the executive council. So, here's that guy, crazy guy named Sean, something down there in the corner.
Yeah.
You see, there are two guys on either side of you. Don't want to be close to you, so they don't want their faces shown.
Hey, I just helped Mr. Nash out get a member that relocated to his area.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, thanks. Thank you, Commander. Yes, sir. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Between what me and Bob does, Bob keeps the website. I keep up to date information flowing within our division, and you got SCV chat keeping everybody up to date with national news.
We
All
have
right.
to.
Yeah.
If it's we have the technology to do these things, let's use it to our benefit. Um, let's see where we at. You don't need to go to the payments; those are straightforward. I have a problem because I can't read. I can't see at the small letters, but that's okay. Um, let me bring it around here.
Not a problem, Bob. Just tell me where to go.
That's what I'm trying to do. But you keep moving the cursor on me.
All right. There you go.
Okay. Just go down to the Florida, the blockade runner for a second,
Yeah.
and then go drill down. And let's look at this is the current issue. Click on the winter 2023.
Hmm.
And there it is. So if you just click anywhere on the picture, not
Oh,
that
it
one, but
zooms in.
yes, sir, it'll zoom in. But there's some buttons over the side up there, some arrows. Click on one of those. You
I
go through page by page.
I did hear what you were
You hear the
talking about.
swoosh?
Yeah,
And
I thought
if you
that was
want
pretty
to,
cool.
yeah, if you want to download it offline, there's a little PDF button up there at that little, you see it up there in the upper right corner. You
Yes.
click there, and that should allow you to download that file somewhere else. So I'm seeing that's an issue right now because it's not black, it's grayed out.
Yeah.
But that allows you to go anywhere. And so you just click on it. You can page by page by page
Oh,
zoom in. You can blow it up or whatever you want to do with it.
Bob, I just
Yeah.
realized something. If you take your arrow, just put it on the corner of the page,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it gives the like you're actually turning the page.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can see it flip.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hmm. You have to excuse me. I'm reading this on my iPad, and it's about 4 inches high, so it's hard for me to read the letter,
Right.
the images or everything. I'm not the editor of it at all. It's handled by. I've tried to think who it is, top of my head here.
He's in the I can't think of the name, but he's in the Finley's Brigade camp.
Yeah, and they send me the PDF, and I convert it to that, and there we go.
Cool.
We also do the same thing for the Melbourne camp. So
This is the big one, guys.
there it
Get your
is.
stuff in for the reunion.
There it is.
I'm sending mine out this weekend.
And I'll be just mention something about the venue for the division reunion. Um, the first one I went to that at Trenton was last year, and I was I'm not sure if I was impressed and astonished at it how that was handled. They did an absolute marvelous job up there for the number of people that we had and the small, relatively small area. It was handled very, very, very well. My
Yeah.
hat's off to all those that were involved in it. Clement and Calvin, Rick, all those folks just did a great job.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
especially OCR, it was a good meal.
oh yeah. I tell you what, it having a trend, I enjoy it a lot better than the Ramada because I was always afraid I was going to need a tetanus shot afterwards. The old Ramada Hotel in Ocala. I'm glad we're not doing reunions there anymore. I thought that place was, yeah. Well, I see Jeffro and Commander in Chief. Jeffro, you going to sell a property now? Having a discussion about our Commander in Chief moving to Florida.
Well, he's welcome.
Yeah, I'll take him down to the Everglades.
Yeah. House is for sale next door to me. Welcome to come up to it.
Ooh. Ah, crap. I'm trying to get back.
You're trying to get back to homepage?
Yeah.
just exit out of that. That should. There you go. Use your left arrow, not that, but over to your left arrow. Up there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. There you go.
There you go. All the additions that I have are that's been given to me to do it's from the fall 2022, but
Hmm.
those are the current, basically the current ones. There we go. And I don't know if there's anything else in there. Click, drop down on the that we need to really talk about. There's the proposed charter amendments. You might flip that up real fast.
Yeah. Now that's for us, right?
That is
Yep.
for division. Yes, sir.
Yep.
And there they are. They're explained there.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one and I lost it, so I'm glad it's on the website so I can look
Yep.
at it and let my
Yep.
camp know my thoughts.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's the idea. How do y'all want to go with it?
Yep.
And go back to division, drop down real fast,
Yeah.
and then drop down to Speakers Bureau.
Yep.
And there we be. There's a there's our speakers on the left, willing to come and talk to you. If they got a topic, they'll bring. There it is. It tells you what they expect out of it, and if they need anything on the right. And so there's a whole big long list of everybody. A lot of familiar names there, but some may not be.
Including yours truly. I will
Yep.
travel from Central Florida over South Florida to talk about CERT.
Yep. And that's a great program, guys.
I love it.
Yep. I got my first taste of doing that. My son's Eagle Scout project was cleaning the stones at Montverde Cemetery.
Wow.
364 of them. He cleaned them, took a video of each one of them, and submitted it to, at the time, was the National Tombstone Inscription Project online.
Hmm.
And it's since, Find a Grave and a billion graves have basically replaced that. But he got training from a monument company to properly do it.
Yep.
And they did a great job.
Yeah. Oh, you've added a few
Yep,
more
there's a few
names to
down there at the
life.
bottom.
Yeah. I gotta hit up Chris for when we do the Hispanic month to bring him on the show. I'm glad you
Yep,
added that one.
do
Okay.
that. In fact, that's
Yeah.
a great idea. Contact any of them to bring them on the show.
Well, and that's the thing, because that's what I'm starting to do
Mm-hmm.
is use this for our advantage. So you guys, hey, you might like this person. Let's bring them into our camp and let them
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. Like Kim Colors, she's been on the show before and talked about the Confederate Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl's on there. Topic: Never give up. Okay.
I haven't put my name on there yet.
Yeah.
I probably will. Just trying to find time to do stuff. But I've got one that's dear and dear to my heart that I've done. I've got some refinements to do to it, but it's on the Immortal 600.
Ooh. Well, Bob, let me give you this. If you want to test out that, let me know and I'll bring you back on the show.
Okay. I have to figure out how I want to do it on the show, but I can talk
Yeah.
about it. All right. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'm not sure how many out in our division and watch this know about the Immortal 600, but it's very dear to me.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
it, and that's the thing about this show is if you're a camp commander, or adjutant, brigade commander, remember, not only we stream to Facebook, we also stream to YouTube. And YouTube's saves episodes. So you may find one that you may like. Share that to your camp. Let
Yes.
them know this show is here. It is
Yes.
and it's sponsored by the division.
Yes.
This is way, people like Bob, Calvin, Rick Roberts, our division leadership can give you up to date information what's going on in the division. Same with our Army leadership. We are part of the Army of Tennessee. They're invited to come on to give you up to date info on what's going on with the Army that may affect us. Our commander in chief, Jason Boshears, has been on the show before. This, I like this, Bob. I got to hit up this guy, Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. We're at the hour mark, Bob.
Okay. Hey, it's been great being on.
Oh, I've enjoyed it, Bob. I mean, you're giving me more and more to think about
Yeah.
as you've been adding more and more names to the Speakers
Yeah.
Bureau.
Well, you got to thank Al Massey. It was his brainchild, his
Yep.
baby. He's still, heading it up, and I think it's a great idea. I've always said it's a great idea because one of the things that I found over the course of time was very hard, difficult to find out who's out there and who would be willing to come and talk to us.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to have.
Yeah, because my camp, we had Roy Hudson come down to my camp, and he did a great presentation on Mosby.
Yeah. Well, Roy's been to mine, and he did a great presentation on one of my favorite generals, Jubal Early. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Thanks, Commander. Do appreciate your compliment, sir. Bob, I don't know if you saw it or not, but he gave us both a compliment.
Oh, yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Uh, yeah, like I said, we're at our hour mark.
All right.
If you guys like an episode, you may remember we're on Facebook and YouTube, so definitely check out our YouTube and share one of the episodes with your camps. This is why we do it. This was something I thought about. I talked to I followed the chain of command. I talked to my lieutenant commander and other lieutenant commanders before I brought it up to Kelly, and everybody said go for it because I can understand some of the frustration some of our members have. What is the division doing? Well, we're getting you the information.
Here it is.
Yep. So, till next Tuesday, gentlemen and ladies, stay Southern, stay out of trouble, and may God bless you. Have a good
Have a good
evening.
evening. Good night.